Hmm. What's up, everybody? iPhone 14 Pro Max here. We're just going to step aside for that and move on to this. Blizzy with another Blizzy Mobile video. So, if you keep up with my channel, you know that I've transitioned from some different phones here very recently: the S22 Ultra, the Z Fold 3, the Z Flip 3, the S20 Plus, the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and now the iPhone 14 Pro Max and the Z Fold 3 are still in my use every day, and my S22 Ultra is still poking around the corner as we speak. What I wanted to talk about was T-Mobile and the transition time for them to apply promos and give you your trade-in credits and to take care of all of that. So I'm going to let you know I'm in about a month deep now that they've had my phone. They've acknowledged they've had it, and I still have not received any credits on my bill and really can't get an answer of when that's going to happen. I now have some other things going on with that 13 Pro Max that I had. I had returned it and got my refund on that, and they were supposed to take my promotion and my trade-in and slide it over into my 14 Pro Max that I ordered at the same time that all of this was taking place. So this is kind of short and sweet, this video. Really disappointed with T-Mobile on their wanting to tell me that it's about 2 months for that transition. Excuse me. It's about 2 months for that transition for you to start seeing anything on your bill. Why is that such a big deal? You ask whenever you do a trade-in that you have X amount of days for us to get the phone back to you, but as a customer, we don't have to abide by any of that, or we have to deal with that. So it looks all good on paper. You know, you're getting $400 or $500 for a trade-in. Just take into accommodations that you're gonna have to fork out the difference for the phone, or however you work it out, and wait for those promotions to kick in. And sometimes they break it into two parts and give you monthly credits, and then, you know what I mean, and then they give you a big chunk, or however your promotion works. But a month or 2 months of turnaround time to work out, as far as I'm concerned, it's a couple of scans and some information entered into a computer on their side, but I don't know anything, at all. I deal with these people. I've dealt with them for years, and usually T-Mobile does me pretty good, and I don't have too much bad to say about them. But, when I call them and they tell me that they're going to get back with me on a later date, I take it with a grain of salt, because they never do call back. And if they do, the few times that they have, that was a given miracle. And to be honest with you, I was not available to even take the phone call. And this was God knows how long ago that this even happened. But nevertheless, frustration. It'll get worked out. It always does. And they always do some kind of gesture for their customers. So we'll see what takes place out of this. But they have, for a handful of times, not a handful, but a couple of times here recently, because I've been using a lot of new flagship devices and buying a lot of new flagship devices and just buying a lot of devices in general to bring to the channel for you guys, and just to test out and to use and to get with technology. But all of these service providers have their drawbacks, and This is a couple of them with T-Mobile. Um, they're pretty flexible on their devices. They let you get whatever you want, and I do on monthly installments for the device and the service, so I pay a little bit extra more, but that's okay. Usually they get me things pretty quickly, and it's good stuff, and it's up front, and these are just things that I want you to know whenever you're going to do a trade with these people. Just know that it's going to take some time, and you'll wait for an email, and you'll wait some more, and eventually you'd like to think maybe you'll see some credits or something adjusted to your account. But until then, just keep paying your bill. Yeah. Yep. But moving on, if you have the 14 or the 14 Pro Max, let me know in the comments how you're liking it. I really like this thing. It's sweet. By the way, we're shooting this video off of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, which is not quite the 4, but it's a little bit worse on battery and a little bit longer, but that's pretty much all you're not getting. But that's just my opinion once again, and these are just my opinions on T-Mobile, and these are just facts, to be honest with you. A lot of them are facts, yes, because this has happened to me quite some time. Do not expect a call back, and keep staying on them and make sure that they're putting notations on your account so that when you call back, the next person knows what the hell you're talking about. Because if you don't do that and you don't make sure of that and they don't notate things, you'll be left in the dark telling the same story 7 times in a row. Now, T-Mobile's not so bad with that. They're good at taking notes and everything. But Samsung, phew, boy, they will transfer you to 14 different countries and put you on hold with 3 different countries before you get connected back to somebody in the United States. It seems like, man, they are almost as bad as like the difference between Lowe's and Home Depot. Like you go to Lowe's, and those people in that store, they literally will hide from you. Like that customer looks like he wants to ask a question. They're gone. Home Depot, this is universal around the world. I've been from New England to Florida. People that work in Home Depot, they are jumping out of the woodwork, jumping down the rails and coming out of wherever. Hey, how can I help you? What could you use now? Can I? They're willing to help you, but Lowe's, I cannot say the same. But anyways, moving on once again. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments, and what is your experience with T-Mobile or your carrier or your service provider? Are they doing you good? How are your trades working? Does it take forever for you to get your rebates? Let me know in the comments. Thank ya.